In an interview with the Wall Street Journal, Kendall said, "I obviously understand I fall under the umbrella of the Kardashian sisters."
Every 6 months, Kendall Jenner feels the need to remind us that she's not like the rest of the Kard Jenner clan, and I'm so tired of it. We are tired. How is she not tired? You can't claim you're ditching the Nepo Baby playbook while simultaneously giving us Nepo Baby mediocre modeling work.
Kendall Jenner may come from the world's most famous families, but now she is trying her best to distance herself from the Kardashians. In a controversial interview with the Wall Street Journal, the supermodel candidly discussed being forced into the spotlight because of her family's quest for fame, and how she suddenly does not feel like a Kardashian. Let's get into it. Kendall was born into a life of privilege and power. Her dad, Bruce Jenner, who is now known as Caitlyn Jenner, was an esteemed Olympic gold medalist, and her mum, Kris Jenner, was determined to turn her children into stars in their own right. Once the family scored their own reality show, and Keeping Up with the Kardashians became an overnight sensation, Kendall was further thrusted into a life of fame whether she liked it or not. The show debuted in 2007 when Kendall was just 11 years old, and since then, she and her sisters have become household names with multi-million-dollar brands and more influence than they know what to do with. While having millions of dollars in the bank and easy access to an endless stream of opportunities might sound appealing, but Kendall has always been less enthusiastic about being in the spotlight compared to her sisters. Kendall confessed, "Since I was really young, I felt out of place in my family. I was born into this life, but I didn't choose this life. I'm not built for fame by any means. I'm not good at it. I do it, and I've learned how to do it." Kendall went on to discuss how long it took her to adjust to life as a celebrity, acknowledging that her sisters handled the pressure of being in the public eye much better than she ever could. "It took me almost 20 years to be like, okay, I guess I'm getting used to it now, and it's fine and I get it." Kim's like, "I used to go to Kitson on Robertson just to get photographed. I think she was built for this life," she said. Having Kim, Kourtney and Khloe in her family tree certainly makes her a part of the Kardashian clan to some degree, but Kendall sees things a bit differently, saying, "I obviously understand I fall under the umbrella of the Kardashian sisters. It's just weird to me, because I am just like my dad in so many ways. I'm such a Jenner in my opinion," she told the publication. Of course, Kendall has benefited from her family's famous name in a number of ways. Her career as a supermodel would likely have not come to fruition if nepotism weren't at play. Before Kendall went on about how she's more of a Jenner than a Kardashian, she seemed to understand how complaining about her advantageous lifestyle could come across as ungrateful. "I consider myself one of the luckiest people on the planet to be able to live the life that I live. I'm not going to sit here and say poor me, but I do think that it's pretty intense. People are more mean to my family in general. They take everything and make it a bad thing." The response to Kendall's Wall Street Journal feature story, aptly titled, "How Kendall Jenner Wants to Ditch the Nepo Baby Playbook," has not been all that positive. Kendall has received backlash for enjoying the perks of being an honorary Kardashian without acknowledging that without her family's influence, she wouldn't have a career in the first place. Kendall has always been defiant about how being a Nepo baby has given her an upper hand in life. In an interview with Andy Cohen, Kendall asserted that her last name actually worked against her, and that it was purely her work ethic that paved the way for her massive success. "I took my last name off of my name on all my modeling cards so that I was taken completely seriously," she said. "I mean, I literally went to the middle of nowhere castings. I definitely worked my way to where I am now." Doubling down on her stance, Kendall added, "I think it's just a perception that people have that I just was like, give it to me, and I had it. It definitely was not that." While Kendall insists that she's not like the other girls, fans swiftly reminded her how she got her start. In a vintage clip from Keeping Up with the Kardashians that has been making its rounds on the internet, we see how easy it was for Kendall to slide into the world of modeling. In the scene, Kris says to a young Kendall, "Guess who just called me? Wilhelmina Modeling Agency. They would love to have a meeting with you," before telling the cameras, "I've spent the last 2 days calling everyone I know, making sure I can set Kendall up with the best modeling agency possible. This is actually a really big deal. I'm so surprised this is happening so fast for her." While Kendall Jenner doesn't seem to think she's profited from being related to the Kardashians, she is adamant about creating some space between herself and her famous family. What do you think about Kendall? Is she a Nepo baby, or do you think she really did start from the bottom? Leave a comment below, and if you enjoyed our video, give it a like and subscribe. See you next time.